Thanks, June. And again, thanks for organizing this and getting it up and running. I appreciate that. I think everybody will and get the word out. So for folks who are on from last week, welcome back. And for anybody new, welcome. What I'm going to do today is review what we went over 2 weeks ago and field any questions. If folks have been doing the exercises, I'm sure you have questions or just some feedback. Just so everybody knows, if you're new, last week's session was recorded and it's in a blog. So if you maybe June can post the blog address later in the chat. If you have questions, put them in the chat and we'll get to those. And there was also a handout from last week. So I had put everything on a PowerPoint so I didn't miss any material because I have a tendency to ramble on. So there's a handout and the link to the handout is on that blog and the link to the video recording is on that blog. And June, great job doing the editing on that too, by the way. I appreciate the little skeleton. Well, folks get on there, you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, so last week we discussed what Qigong is. Again, it's Qigong like cheese doodle or cheeseburger, not Qui or Kwai, it's pronounced Qigong. And we talked about and went over some ab exercises. We I introduced belly breathing, diaphragm breathing, reintroduced it. Like I said last week, we were all belly breathers at birth, and we became chest breathers as we got older. So we're going back to relearn how to do belly breathing again. I had a series of exercises that we went through to kind of practice belly breathing and do some visualizations also. And we talked about time. How much time should you be practicing? When is a good time of day to practice and such? So, so first of all, let me ask if folks have been practicing and if you can share with the group how it's going. Let's hear, Michael. I know you mentioned it, but I'll put you on the hot seat. If folks came on, they may not have heard what you were saying. So, if you don't.
Yes, Frank. Yeah, I definitely have been doing the ab exercises along with my regular exercises I do every day. And when was it? Was it 2 weeks ago we started this? Right. But I definitely feel more of a firmness, on my core area. So I can definitely tell the difference with the ab exercises. Now with the breathing, I don't know if I'm doing it right. Maybe I need to rewatch the video. That's a little bit harder for me to I guess master, that I feel like I'm doing it, properly. So maybe that's something I need to rewatch on the video. So, but as far as the ab exercises, they're great.
Great to hear. So we'll go through the belly breathing again today. Mm-hmm. Maybe if there's, we can stop and touch on some points where you feel like you may need some extra guidance, so we can spend a little time with that today because and it is something that it's an acquired skill. I mentioned I use the analogy of handwriting. We're not good handwriters when we first started learning to write, and it's something that we just have to practice and do daily, like I said last time. And it's going to take a while for it to become second nature. Sure. That's what you want, because you want to be able to do other things like these exercises that I'm showing and do the breathing at the same time, because you get the double benefit. If you're just breathing, then all you're doing is breathing. But if you're breathing and working on your balance, or breathing and working on another another part of the body, it's a double benefit. So yeah, it's a learned skill, and I understand. It took me probably 3 or 4 months before I was doing it without really having to think. I mean, I could switch from chest breathing to belly breathing pretty easily. And I try to do belly breathing as much as possible, just because I think it's healthier than chest breathing. So good, great. Anybody else have anything that they want to share? Thank you, Michael.
This is Rachel. Sorry, trying to get my phone aimed right. So I definitely was here last week and have been trying the different things that you showed to us. And I also am having trouble with the belly breathing. And specifically, I know when you breathe in, you're supposed to kind of relax or let your lower abdomen stretch or come out. And it seems like I do the opposite, because in order to like breathe in, those muscles like tighten up. So that's specifically one thing that I want to ask about, whether there's something else I should be thinking about or trying to do.
That's a really good question, because again, for however long you've been on the planet, most of the time you've been a chest breather. So you're using, or you're trying to start to use muscles again for something that they're not used to being used for. So yeah, you're going to feel tightness. You're going to feel tension in that until you, start to expand, get them some better muscle tone, and just get used to doing it more. I still feel tight. So like I said, when I'm counting, and I'm counting, I said we should like try to count to 5, inhale, and then 5 exhale. So I'm up to about 12. Sometimes I can get to 15. And when I'm way out there, it's really tight. But some days you can do it and some days you can't. You got to kind of feel how your body is going that day. And again, that's another side benefit of this, is you can kind of gauge how your body feels today, because some days you're going to be really loose and other days you're not. The weather, how you slept, all these other variables are going to impact that. So you will feel tension. Try to push through it or get to that point where I can't go any further, and then do the exhale. A good point you made is that it's supposed to be relaxing. So don't get frustrated trying to do this. It's supposed to be relaxing and calming. So let's do it for relaxing and calming, not doing it for frustrating and getting aggravated. Okay, so don't get frustrated, don't get aggravated, just stay calm and do as much as you can, because it's going to take time. Again, like I was saying to Michael, your body's not used to doing it. It's like handwriting, it's like lifting weights, it's like doing any other exercise that you haven't done before or haven't done in a long time. There's going to be some soreness, stiffness, and tension. So great question. Stick with it. Thank you for your input, and thank you for your question. And we'll work through that a little more today. Ping me when you're feeling that, and we can stop and talk about it a little when we're doing the exercises. All right. Okay. Thank you, Rachel. Anyone else? John, Ann, you want to say anything? Otherwise, we can get going. Okay. You can be quiet, and I will circle back to you later. Okay. So in general, any questions? We talked about that. So let me jump into the exercises. We did 3 exercises last week. I introduced side bends, a twisting exercise, and a sit-up exercise. Any questions in general about those 3 exercises? And we can jump in and do a few of those. Again, a disclaimer, if you have any difficulty doing any of these, then don't do them, or don't overdo it. Do what you can. I know we were talking about it last week with stability issues and things like that. So use your head and be smart, and do what you can, and you'll get there. Okay, again, these all take time. So I'm going to jump back into my seat, and we can do these. Last thing from last week, when we do breathing, how do we do breathing? The correct answer is we're going to breathe for the rest of this exercise. We're going to breathe through our nose. Okay, nose breathing is very important. And in a future date, I'll go through some other reasons why nose breathing is important. But for 2 reasons I said last week: one, it regulates the air in and out, and the second reason is it filters. So all the junk gets caught in your nose and not ends up down in your lungs. So anyway, I'm going to jump back into my seat here. Hopefully everybody can see me. I have my bright red shirt on today. So I'm high visibility. Let me just fix this so you can see. Okay, so I'm in a pub height chair or a bar stool height chair. So it's a little higher than a regular chair simply because it's easier for me to get in and out like most folks. And we were talking about sitting and stability. So we're sitting with our feet flat on the floor. If you want to, you can have sides on your chair. If you don't, or if you're stable, I like to sit on the end of the chair. I have no arms on this chair. If you need to sit back for stability, please do. If you need to have arms on the sides of your chair, feel free. A chair with wheels, like I said last week, is an accident waiting to happen. You don't want to do this with a chair that's has wheels on it. And if you need to also hold on to the sides of the chair with your hands for extra stability. So again, let's be safe and enjoy this and not get hurt. So first exercise that we did were side bends. And what we simply do is stable in the hips and bend to the left slowly and come back to center and then bend to the right slowly. And there's no real breathing in here. If you want to breathe in on the way down and breathe out on the way up. Down on the right side. Back to center. Left side. And try to touch the floor if you can. Come back to center. And down. So you should feel a stretch on the one side. And then as you're coming back, that side is going to be the side, the muscles will be pulling you back up. I mentioned last week also, if you want to use a set of little wrist weights or dumbbells as you do this, as you get stronger, that's fun to do. And if you want to do this standing, if you're able to do it standing, it's good to do too. Just remember to bend it at your sides. Don't throw your hip out. Keep your hips straight directly above your feet and just go side to side. Okay, we'll do two more. Up to center, to the right. To center, to the left. To center, right. Oh, good stretch. And all the way back. Good stretch. To the left. Now, if you're in a hurry, do them fast. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Right, a little vigor doesn't hurt. Okay, come back up to center and one last to the right, nice and slow. And to center and to the left. And come back up nice and slow. Any questions on doing side bends? No? Okay. Twists. So we were doing twists. And what this exercise is, it's to work the waist. And that's actually a really, really good kidney exercise because it gives your kidneys a good workout. So what I do is you can either have your hands at your sides or cross them over your chest and just twist to the right. You want to try to get your front shoulder perpendicular to your hips. And that's the goal. So you want to twist all the way one side and twist all the way to the other. If you want to get a good twist, use the bottom of the chair to grab and pull yourself along. That's an easy way to do it. Twist to the left, back to center, twist to the right, back to center. I usually do these standing. If you're standing, then you can let your arms swing, but don't lead with your arms, lead with your waist and your arms are along for the ride. Okay, it's not a swinging of your arms, it's a twisting at the waist. All right, twist to the left, and to the right, and to the left, and to the right, and to the left, to the right, and to the left, and to the right, and come back to center. If you want to do it quick, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, last one, nice and slow, twist. To my right, your left. And the other way. Okay, now a good thing to do here is to take your fists, tops of your palms, and just gently tap your kidneys about 10 times. Wake up your kidney energy. All right, it gives a nice little thing. Questions on the twist? Okay. Last one we did was a sit-up. And to my modified version of the sit-up was like many of us, if I get down on the floor, I'm not getting up in a hurry. Getting up off the floor is difficult. So we modify that. We bend from the waist. If you're standing, it's a toe touch. If you're sitting, we're just going to bend forward at the waist. So again, if you have trouble with this to start, if you have very weak abdominals, hands on the knees, we're going to lean forward and exhale. And then we're going to sit back up and we're going to inhale. So hands on the knees. If you have trouble coming back up, you can push with your hands, okay, until you get some strength there, okay? So we'll go down, exhale, and we'll come up. Inhale, I'm going to take my glasses off so they don't fall. Down, exhale, up, inhale. Down, exhale, up, inhale. Down, and up. Down, and up. Down, and up. Down, and up. Now, this one will go down, and we're going to come up. We're going to inhale on the way up. When we get to 12, when we get to straight up, we're going to stop inhaling, put your hands back on your kidneys, and lean back a little bit. All right, come back up to 12 and exhale on the way down. Inhale on the way up. When you get to 12, when you get even, stop inhaling and lean back and stretch back, throw your shoulders back. Good. Come back up to 12, exhale on the way down. Try to empty when you're down. Empty your lungs, you're all the way down. Inhale. Lean back. Exhale on the way down. Up. Lean back. And exhale on the way down. Up to 12, inhale. And let's just do a few quick ones. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now just lean back. 1, back to 12, lean back. 2, back to 12, lean back. 3, okay, good. Any questions with that? Okay, so those were the 3 ab exercises that we did last week. And if you want, as you get a little stronger with these, mix them up. Maybe do 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, mix them up, throw them in there, fast and slow, change your pace, just to make it interesting so it's not boring. I'm going to do my side bend to go through. All right, so we'll keep that going there. So the next thing we talked about was breathing, the diaphragm breathing. I introduced a term called the dantian. The dantian is the spot just below your navel where your chi is kept. And your chi is your energy, your life energy. So these exercises that we're doing in the Qigong serve a few purposes. One, we're working on our breathing. Doing the diaphragm breathing, we're expanding and compressing our torso. We're massaging all the organs. Okay, we're massaging all those organs inside, so you get the benefit of that. And further down the road, I'm going to show you some other exercises that will help you in strengthen your immune system too. So there's a lot of benefits to Qigong. There's a lot of different Qigong exercises. I will warn you, and I should have done this last week, if you Google or YouTube Qigong, you're going to get like a bajillion hits. Bajillion is like 15 zeros. So you want to get, be careful. You might find there's some really good nuggets out there, but there's a lot of junk. Okay. Somebody learns a new Qigong exercise, they're going to make a video and they have no clue what they're doing. And they're going to teach you how to do it wrong. So be careful. If there's something that you like and you're not sure, my email's there, ping me, send me the link and I'll let you know. And if you're interested, I can actually send you some of my favorites. So just a little warning about YouTubing Qigong exercises. There's a lot of idiots out there who think they know what they're doing. And that can be dangerous. That can really be harmful to you more than helpful. So be careful. Diaphragm breathing. We breathe in and out through our nose. We're sitting at the edge of the chair. If you can, again, sit back. Feet flat on the floor. Your hands, palms together, are in your lap. Gentle gaze forward or close your eyes. Your tongue is touching the back or roof of your mouth behind your front teeth. So that's how we sit. Okay. I'll take you back to grade school when you learned how to sit up in your chair. Right? When you inhale, we're going to inhale through our nose, and your diaphragm, which is right here below your lungs, you're going to push down on your diaphragm, and you want to expand your torso. So you're going to inhale and push down, and it's completely opposite of the way your brain breathes right now. Okay, so it takes, again, a bit of a concentration and a bit of practice. So you push down on your diaphragm. Your abdominals are going to push out. So you want to kind of expand your entire torso. I mentioned it last week, 6-way breathing, it's called sometimes. So you want to breathe like you want to, your torso, treat your torso like a balloon. When you blow up a balloon, it blows out in every direction. It doesn't just blow out the front, the sides, or the top. It blows out. So we want to blow out the front, the sides, and the top. Okay? So push down. And then when you exhale, you want to compress your abdominals. You want to suck everything in. And a good way to do that too is to tighten up your butt cheeks. So you got everything tight down below, and all your focus is in your dantian. Okay? So we're going to do 10. I'm going to say inhale, we'll inhale. I'll say exhale, we'll exhale. Inhale to capacity. Don't just inhale until I say exhale. Try to get to full, engage it, and then exhale to try to exhale to completely empty. Again, in and out through your nose, okay? So let's breathe in and out. Inhale, expand. Exhale, compress. Inhale, push down, push out the stomach. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, push down, expand. And exhale, compress. Pull your abdominals in nice and tight. Inhale, push everything out. Exhale, pull everything in. Inhale, push down. Exhale, pull up. Inhale down. Exhale, pull up. Do a few more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Okay, so let's stop here and talk about that. How was it for everyone? Feeling okay with it? Little tension? Let me hear what people were feeling. Raise your hand. Juno, pass you the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Michael.
I thought, it's still awkward for me, but I do think it's just something that it's just going to take time getting in that practice of doing the opposite of what I'm normally, as I breathe in, is consciously thinking of it rather than, where I can do it unconsciously versus having to really struggle to think about it. So I just think it's going to be more, just more time, but I won't say it's easier, but I guess the more I do it, the more I feel comfortable with it. So we'll see how it goes, after a month or so.
So how are you sitting? How's your posture?
I sit pretty straight up. I don't know if you can, I have a pretty good movement still. And as far as, I noticed over this last year, my core has gotten really weak.
Right, me too.
So when I breathe out, it feels like I don't have a whole lot of control. As I breathe in, I have more control.
Okay. So one thing I noticed, and maybe you haven't noticed, but it's something that I find it easier to exhale than I can inhale for a count of 5. I could exhale forever.
Exhaling is easier for me. Exactly.
Right. So that's another thing that's kind of good in a way, is that if do a 5 count inhaling and an 8 count exhaling. Elongate your exhale for a while, because that's, first of all, it's calming. When you do, like you're frustrated, you do that exhale, because it's a calming reaction to a stressful situation. So if you're calm already and you want to get calmer, elongate your exhale. All right. So if we were breathing in to a count of 5, then exhale to a count of 8 or exhale to a count of 10 is okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand, I realize also, and I noticed also that it's much easier because the exhaling doesn't require the expanding, so it's easier to compress than it is to expand. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And you'll see that until you can get to where you're 10 and 10 or 8 and 8. But don't worry about it. You're saying you're struggling, exhale till you're empty. Exhale till you're empty on your own. I'm just doing it to kind of keep it regulated. But if you want to exhale, you should inhale to full and exhale to empty. And if you're exhaling to empty, your ability to do it is a lot longer than your ability to inhale, then just do it because it's relaxing. There's a benefit to it. It's not inhale, oh, it hurts, and then pump it all out because you're trying to empty as in the same time frame that you're filling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I can feel it's more difficult for me to inhale than exhale. It feels like I have a lot more control exhaling. I can feel my stomach, I have more control over the muscles, whereas I inhale, I'm consciously thinking about pushing down and pushing out.
Right.
As I exhale, it's more so second nature. I'm not struggling with it. So
Exactly.
I'm at right now. So
we'll struggle with the inhale,
mhm.
we'll relax for the exhale
Okay.
until we can get a good balance.
Sure.
That's perfectly okay.
Okay.
Perfectly okay. Don't get frustrated or oh, I don't get it. You are getting it. If you're feeling tension and resistance, you're doing it. You're getting it. You're working towards it. It's just a matter of sticking with it. That's exactly how you want to feel. Believe me. The exhaling is easy because we're no matter how you're breathing, your exhaling is always the easy part. The inhaling is the hard part.
Yeah, I just think it's just going to be, more time. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah, invest the time in it, and the benefits will come. Like you said, you're investing time in it, so you will get some benefit from it. So excellent.
Great.
Anyone else? Anything else, Michael? I got you on the line.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I find it takes a lot of concentration and
I agree.
inhaling
Yeah.
part. And I'm like, oh, there's part is tense. And I have to I'm letting go. It feels like here.
Yeah, it's just awkward. Yeah.
It's kind of like,
So when you
it doesn't
get
feel
to
like a
June,
smooth movement.
when you get to that, oh, I can't go anymore. Go another sniffle,
Mhm.
just to get that little extra nudge, because you're breathing in and you're full. Take the extra if you can. Take that little extra. You can do it. It's just you're fighting yourself. Your chest is fighting back. So inhale, then you're full, and go another little sniffle in.
Yeah.
And then exhale, because that little sniffle in, the next week, the sniffle in becomes becomes part of the inhale, and then you add another sniffle. So it's always just a good progression to do that.
Yeah.
But you're exactly right, because you get to a point where oh, I can't do this anymore. And you start this. So when you get to that point, I can't do this anymore, do it a little more, and you'll get over that I can't do it anymore. Okay. Really good stuff. Really good conversation. Okay. So anyone else? Okay. I know you're saving all the good questions till the end. Okay. I got it. All right. So the next thing that we did, well, actually, let me just stop real quick here and talk about the time again. So first of all, what I don't want you to do is to say, I'm going to do this for 10 minutes and put a clock in front of you and then sit there and watch the clock. Don't do that. Set a timer on your phone and put it over there and just do it until the alarm goes off. That way you're not watching the clock and you're not focusing on the clock instead of focusing on your breathing. I like to do things in multiples of 3. My Kung Fu teacher always did everything in multiples of 3. Do it 3 times. Do it 6 times, 9 times, 12 times. So I will always set my clock in a multiple of 3. 12 minutes, 15 minutes is my happy spot. Right? If I've got more time, I'll go 30, but usually I'll do a 12-minute just sitting and breathing. And then within that, you're doing 5 count inhale and exhale. That's perfectly fine too. That counting is okay, but then get it to the point where you're inhaling to full, and however much time that takes, don't count. Just do the breathing. So take time out of that thing. I like to do it in the morning. first thing, if I can, because it's cool out. Like I was telling June, it's like 90 degrees here today. Not a good day to do Qigong outside in the afternoon. Or in the early evening. Try not to do it in the later part of the evening before bedtime, because you'll oxygenate yourself and you'll be wide awake. You won't be able to fall asleep. So that's just some things about time. And again, do it every day if you can. You can do it as many times a day as you can. There's not, oh, I did it in my Qigong. Woo. Do a little in the morning, do some at night. You're at work, sitting at your desk, you can do some things. You can sit there and do breathing while you're listening to a Zoom call. Right? No one's paying attention to, you could be there. No one's knowing what you're doing because you're just breathing. So you can work it into your day however you want. Any questions with time of day? How long? Any comments about that? People finding themselves stressing?
What about music? That for me is always a challenge. My mind, keeping my mind from drifting.
So listening to music or
There's just something to kind of, tune out, kind of push out the other distractions and just
right
meditative.
like Jimi Hendrix, but you could do so. What I like to do is kind of like if you find some Tai Chi music or so there's Qigong music or I actually when I do it and sometimes if you go on to YouTube and just search on 528. 528 is a frequency that and it's just a tone, and I listen to this tone. It's a calming tone that's played. It's 528 pure tone. You'll find it on YouTube. It's a golden. It looks like their picture is like a drip into a golden pond. And if you do that, and it's like an hour long. It's just one tone, but it's a
social media is wild.
Say again?
Oh, I was just looking, and there are YouTubes for the hour of, or I just found one for 9 hours of 528 hertz.
Right.
Who knew?
So there's so you could do that. Really good question. So I listen to that, or sometimes I'll listen to Chinese or Asian flute music. American Indian, Native American Indian flute music, calming, water, dripping, ocean waves. You can, any of that kind of stuff is calming. Like I said, I wouldn't listen to, or some nice piano concerto or something that you might like. But if it distracts you from feeling the tension, feeling as you're breathing, great. If it distracts you from breathing, then no. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you want something to relax you, but you're still focused on your breathing and you're relaxing and doing that rather than, getting into the music and not doing losing the effect of the breathing. So that is a really good question, Jim.
Maybe
Okay.
it'd be great if you shared a playlist of favorite things to listen to. I'm looking mostly to be distracted from thinking about email so that I can stay focused on the breathing.
Well, you know what?
From work and other things.
You know what I told people to do when I used to work is, do you have the little hootie that pops up when you get a new email?
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Turn off the alerts.
A little notification thing, right? Turn it off while you're doing your exercises, and then you're not gonna have that distraction. Okay. So anyway, let me move on because we got about 15-20 minutes left. So the last piece of what I went over last week was I had a whole boatload of exercises to do, practices to do, routines to do, which supplement the breathing. So there are things to do, like we were talking about the Dantian And one thing I mentioned was to, when you're focusing on your Dantian in some of these breathing exercises, visualize what your qi looks like. What shape is it? What color is it? How big or small is it? And then you can kind of focus on that while you're listening to your music also. So, so your Dantian again is this your qi spot, and that's just below your navel. And some of these exercises that we'll do now is we're going to focus on, we're going to do that breathing, but we're going to visualize our qi, and I'll give you a visualization for now, and you can come up with your own as you get better with this. Is I like to visualize my qi as a small ball of energy, small ball. It's yellow, white yellow, bright white, and it's warm and it's glowing. All right, so that's that visualization. Now plunk that down into your lower abdomen, that warm qi ball, and take your hands and put them over your Dantian. So you're holding that in, and now we'll do a little more breathing. So we're focus on the ball expanding as you inhale and compressing as you exhale. So instead of our whole torso, our torso is gonna be moving, but we're really just focused on our little ball of qi down in our Dantian. Okay, so we're gonna do an inhale and an exhale. We'll do 10 of these. I wanna push through these because I've got a couple that I skipped last week that I really wanna go over. So anyway, let's inhale. The ball gets bigger, and exhale. Compress it down. Inhale. And exhale. Now, how small is it? Well, I'm visualizing mine like a golf ball. And when we inhale, we'll grow it out to maybe the size of grapefruit. And exhale, squeeze it back down. Inhale, expand. Exhale, compress. Inhale, expand. Exhale, compress. Inhale, expand. Exhale, compress. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. All right, I just want to bump my screen here. Okay, so looks like Heather and Ruth and Ann joined. Am I right? We got three.
Yes, hello, sorry.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Okay, thank you. How are you?
Good, good, good. We'll catch up in a bit. Let me just get through a few more of these exercises.
Right.
This next one is a balance coordination exercise. And given that today is the equinox, where the planets are, or the Earth is in balance, equal days on the hemispheres, we're going to do this. I thought I'd pop this guy to the top. So it's a balance exercise, and it's also we throw the breathing in. And I think there was some comment and some discussion about this one last week, but this is one of my favorite ones to do simply because it's, rub your tummy and tap your head kind of thing. So what we do is we hands are at our sides, and as we inhale, we bring the left hand up to the armpit, and as we exhale, we drop the left hand down and we bring the right hand up. And then we flip, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, push out. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, compress. Inhale, left side up. Exhale, right side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, focus on the dantian, expand. Exhale, compress. Inhale, expand. And exhale, compress. Inhale, expand. And exhale, compress. Inhale. And we'll end this just left hand up, left hand down. So I love that one. It's got breathing and balance and some coordination in there all together at the same time. If you really want to have some fun with it, then inhale, raise your left hand and your left foot at the same time. Exhale, left foot down, left hand down, right foot up, right hand up. And you don't need to lift your foot off the floor. You can just do a heel raise if you want. And again, that gets your legs involved and your breathing. So now you got three things going. So it's a little more challenging. You want a real challenge, left hand up, right foot up. Left, right hand up, left foot. So you're going opposite, crisscross. Anyway, I don't want to confuse everybody with all that. We'll get to that in a couple of months. So again, inhale, left hand up, exhale, right hand up, and just back and forth with that one. And that's our equinox exercise for today. Expand and compress. So we're going to take our chi ball out for the next bunch of exercises. We take the chi ball out of our dantian. We're going to hold it in our hands. We're going to play with our chi. All right. So a simple exercise to start. Again, we were doing the expanding and compressing. Well, now we're holding the ball in our hand. We're going to expand out from the sides and compress it back in. So expand, we inhale. Compress, we exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again, this is just tying some movements, tying some visualizations to the inhaling and the exhaling. Exhale. Visualize your ball of chi in your hands. It's glowing warm. It expands as you inhale, pushes your hands out. And as you exhale, you compress and you squeeze the ball back together again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again, with your visualizations, you can get as big with this or as small as you want. It's your bowl of chi. It's up to you how big or small you want to make it. Inhale. Exhale. Expand the torso, push down on the abdomen. Exhale, compress, pull in the abs, tighten the abdomen, tighten your butt cheeks. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, next exercise. Put your hands on top of the ball, G. Inhale, the ball rises, and exhale, the ball. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, ball pushes up on your hands. Exhale, the ball, you push the ball down. Inhale, expand the torso. Push down on the diaphragm. Exhale, pull up on the diaphragm, tighten up the abs. Push down on the ball. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. One hand, left hand on top, left hand on the bottom. We inhale, we flip. Left hand, right hand on top, left hand on the bottom as we inhale. Flip it back as we exhale. Inhale, right hand on top. Exhale, flip all over, left hand. Inhale, expand the torso, push down on the diaphragm. Exhale, pull up on the diaphragm, compress the torso. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, now we're going to spin the ball front to back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, left hand goes to the bottom. Exhale, right hand goes to the bottom. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, push down on the diaphragm, expand the torso. Exhale, compress, pull in, compress. Empty your lungs. Inhale, fill your lungs. Grab that extra little sniffle. Good. Exhale. Inhale. All the way full. Exhale. Okay, hands on the sides of the ball. Inhale, expand. The left side pushes out. Exhale, the left hand pushes in. Inhale, the ball pushes your left hand out. Exhale, push the ball back in. Inhale, diaphragm out. Exhale, compress. Inhale, expand. Exhale, compress. Keep your left hand stable, push your right hand out. Inhale. Right hand goes out. Exhale, push the ball back in. Inhale, torso fills. Take that extra sniffle. Exhale, push, empty your lungs. Pull in, you compress your abs, nice and tight. Inhale, right hand out. Left hand, Or hand, sorry, exhale, right hand in. Inhale, out. Sniffle. Ooh, good. Exhale. Empty. Butt cheeks are tight, abs are tight. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, left hand on top. Inhale, expand. Flip over. Exhale, compress. Inhale, flip. Exhale, compress. Inhale, flip. Exhale, flip. Inhale, expand. Breathe in extra at the end. Good. Exhale. Empty your lungs. Tighten your butt cheeks. Pull your abs in. Inhale. Push your abs down. Diaphragm down. Fill your torso. Excellent. Flip. Exhale. Empty. Inhale. Flip your hands. All the way full. Extra. Good. Flip. Exhale to empty. Tighten your abs. Pull up in the diaphragm. Good. Okay. Palms together. Getting to the end. So, left hand, you want to visualize you've got small beads of water, small beads of lotion, or small pearls in your palms. And you're rubbing your palms together. Left hand is turning clockwise as we inhale. Flip your hands over. Right hand's turning counterclockwise as we exhale. Flip over. Inhale. Flip over. Exhale. Palms are just barely touching each other, like you've got little pearls that you're rubbing in your palms. Flip your hands over, inhale, push your diaphragm down, push your abs out. Get that little sniffle at the end. Great. Exhale, flip, exhale to empty. Inhale, flip. Exhale, flip. And do you feel your palms getting warmer even though you're just barely touching them together? Put a yes in the chat when we're done if you feel that. Exhale. Inhale, push down. Big breath in. Exhale. Push out. Exhale till you're empty. Folks that just joined us, remember, we're only breathing through our nose. Inhale. Flip. Exhale. Okay, getting to the end. Hey, Priscilla, how are you? Just so you just joined. Priscilla's up next week.
Good.
Good.
I'm good.
Let you talk a little more about what you're going to do next week when we're done, okay?
Okay.
Great. Okay, this one, I don't know if we did last week or not. I call it ocean waves. So you're going to raise your hands up on the inhale, and you're going to drop your hands down on the exhale. So when your hands come up, your wrists are leading. Your fingers are down, your wrists are up as you inhale on the way up. And then your hands come up and your wrists lead on the way down. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up, breathe in, expand the torso. Take that little breath at the end. Flip your palms, exhale, hands go down, exhale till you're empty. Inhale, hands come up, inhale. Diaphragm down, belly out. Take that little breath at the end, a little extra sniffle. Flip your wrists, palms go back down again. Okay, so now, here's the visualization. As the hands come up, the ocean wave is coming in. You're rising with the wave. The water is nice and cool, comes all the way up to your shoulders. You flip your hands as you exhale, the wave goes past you. And your hands come back down, the water level drops. Back down again. So inhale, the wave comes in. Nice cool water all the way up to your shoulders. Inhale all the way up. Exhale on the way down, the wave past you. Then down to your waist. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Now again, remember what I said last week about visualizing. You can't get your arms up to your shoulder height. In your mind you can. Visualize your arms are all the way up. The wave is all the way up to your shoulders. Your arms are floating in the water. Flip your wrists over, exhale on the way down. Water level drops down to your waist. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, palms go down. Very relaxing, very relaxing. Inhale up. Grab that little breath at the end. Exhale to empty on the way down. Squeeze your butt cheeks, squeeze your abdominals. Everything's nice and tight in the inside, and everything's nice and loose on the outside. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. How'd we do? Let's open up the floor, and any comments, any questions, any issues? Let's have a little conversation here. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Is that good, bad? You'll never do it again? You love it?
Feel oxygenated.
That's
How many sets do you do? In other words, repetitions in your sets? You do five, you do like, I working out in the gym, I used to do 3 sets, 10 reps or 5 reps.
Yes, good question. Who's that asking the question? I'm sorry.
John.
John, okay, so I don't do all these exercises every day. I'm just giving you a menu that you can pick from. So what I would do is set a timer for however long you want to do your exercise. So let's say it's 15 minutes. And then I would do 10 of however many, many of these that you want to do. Sometimes I will just do nothing but sit and breathe. Sometimes I'll do ocean waves, sit and breathe. So I'm giving you this menu because all this stuff goes with the breathing. Okay, you can sit and breathe, or you can sit and breathe and move around a little bit. So to answer your question, if there's any of these that are distressing you, X them off the list. First one. If there's any of these that you're really enjoying, then do 10, 15, 20, do a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The counting try to get counting in sets and reps, is, the gym thinking out, and just do till however many you feel like. It's
Yeah,
not there's no, oh, I did 100, unless you want to do the counting to keep track, then I'll take back what I just said. Because you do 10 today, you do 12 tomorrow, you do 15 the day after, and you're incrementally adding more and getting better at it, then that's all well and good. But again, don't focus on the counting and have that distract you from focusing on the breathing. Does that answer your question?
yeah. Now,
Okay.
what about, now, how do you prepare your, are there any foods in your diet you add, or you take out of your diet nutritionally?
Nutritionally, no, I don't. So that's a whole nother discussion, but I'm on a 6-meal-a-day plan. So I eat, I've got a slow metabolism. So I eat 6 times a day instead of 3. I eat every 2.5 hours. So my body is always burning food. So that, and I don't eat, I avoid carbs and sugars. Those are the 2 big things I don't eat, and I'm not big on dairy. But other than that, nutritionally, and then I take 1 supplement a day. I take a mega men vitamin. There's mega lady vitamins too, or mega person vitamins. Be politically correct here. So that, yeah, I'm not into any nutritional stuff. Like I stay away from fried, and I stay away from carbs like pastas and stuff like that. I love, but they knock me out. I have a bowl of spaghetti and I'm done. I'm taking a nap.
No, I agree. I try to maintain a high protein diet.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. In other words, I Googled it. You can Google online to find out your protein intake for a day, and you
Right.
get 3 numbers. And I try to stay with the highest number on that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I find it to be very effective.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing too. And I found also, hold on 1 second. This isn't a commercial, but I found this at plant-based protein. It's got 20-something grams of protein per serving, and it's I do 2 of those a day. Just because I really like that. And plus, besides doing this, I try to get to the gym 3 days a week. I do cycling, and then I do regular weights, because in my mind, I've got to keep the muscles that aren't affected by FSH strong, because if they do become affected, there's more muscle for the disease to have to deal with, rather than me to be weak all across the board. So good questions, John. Thank you very much. Did I answer everything?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, great. Anyone else have anything to say? Anything to add? No, okay, got some.
Oh,
Maybe
Frank,
give us
sorry.
a,
What was the plant protein that I missed it?
Oh, sorry, hold on. It's I get it at Costco. It's organic protein,
Oh, okay,
organic protein.
okay.
Okay,
Great.
21 grams of protein, no sugar. I do 2 of those a day. That gives me 40. I'm like 60 to 70 grams of protein a day. I try to eat because, and like I said, I try to stay active doing stuff. So that's all I have. And if
That's
that's all, any other questions?
well, while people are thinking about it, I thought since we have Priscilla here, maybe she can tell us about our next meeting what's the date going to be? I can't believe it's almost October.
Yeah, me too. Yes.
8th or something. Yes, the 2nd Tuesday of October. Priscilla will be sharing some of the things that she has been doing. So do you want to give us a little preview of what that will be.
Sure. Hi, everyone. Ella. I'm just in my head trying to work out exactly what it would look like. So essentially, I was just going to do what I do times a week, but try to adjust it so it's in the chair. So what I do, a lot of it's standing up and then on the ground. And I got the feedback that it'd be better if I just did something a little bit simple and started on the chair. How would people feel if we incorporated light weights into it? People wouldn't have to use it, but I use like a 1 pound weight myself. And I find it just kind of helps me my posture a little bit straighter. Yeah. And so it'd be something similar kind of, go back. Yeah. But it's just, it would be a warm up of some sort. And I have to think about how I can do it sitting on the chair. But a lot of it's not that different to what Frank is doing. It's just paying attention to your core and sucking it back and trying to have a straight line. And then just simple movements like lifting up your leg, right? And just different ways to do it, or keeping your leg together, pushing your thighs together. And you can see that on balance. But a lot of it's like almost rolling.
Great.
A little bit of, so it'd be like a workout and a little bit of stretching. How does
Okay.
that feel? Or is it too intense or not intense enough?
Well, I think everybody will, regulate it based on where they are. We should just say, always listen to your body. If you have any concerns, if something hurts, doesn't feel right, ask your healthcare provider if you have a physical therapist or someone. So you are your own best guide of what's going to work for you, but we're here to, share collective knowledge and have conversations about it. So we're looking forward to it. So Priscilla, if you, I'll try to send out a reminder that if people have small weights, that might be a useful thing to have ready for the next session, but or cans of whatever, cans of tomato sauce.
Yeah, it's not necessary. I find it just helps me, just 1 pound. Like even if I was holding a marker or something, that's just holding something. But again, everyone is condition is so different, right? Muscle has been impacted or not. So exactly, everyone needs to listen to themselves. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a trainer by any stretch of imagination. I'll just do what I do. And it's really simple, subtle, 1 inch movement, be intentional.
Great. Well, we'll look forward to that. And so if there are any other questions, ask away, or you can also post them later if something comes to mind later. Just, I guess we have a blog post with Frank's first session. There's a comment section that might be a good place to post questions, and I'll make sure Frank sees them. And
Right.
and-
Also, June, you put my email there, so if anybody wants to just email me directly, they're welcome to do that.